Welcome back to another film review. Your boy Papa Shro got you covered with the Chiefs film. Back in the lab we go. This is a week. Was that 7 we played the Chargers? Yeah, week 7. Yeah, it just got past week 9. So week 7, diving into the Chargers film. Chargers coming to Kansas City to face the Chiefs, coming off of the Thursday night victory over the Broncos. Meanwhile, the Chargers come into this game with their loss against the Cowboys, and we will get straight into it here momentarily, but real quick, got to throw in some plugs. papashrow.substack.com. If you are not checking out the blog, go over there and check that out. More content like this, just talking pregame, postgame, a lot of stuff. Different things got over there on the Substack. So check that out. Go over there, subscribe, read a couple of articles that I've put out, as well as here on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, like this video. Seems like the film reviews have tended to do the best on the YouTube channel so far. Also, the podcast available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I think Amazon, wherever you find your podcast. Papa Shrono's podcast is available. So let's jump straight into the film on defense to start this thing out. And we'll get right into a shotgun set for the Chargers, a little bit of motion. And this one right here is going to get a big pressure and a big sack. That's George Karlaftis, Furious George on the sack there. Go ahead and look at the secondary real quick. Just kind of see what everybody's doing right here. You got Reed going across to cover this motion. And kind of try a little bit of a crossing route here, a little bit of a rub. Watson covering Keenan Allen over here, right there. Did he come out of the slot? No, Keenan came from the outside. So Keenan Allen coming from the outside. They're kind of swapping positions here, trying to get the defense off of him. You got McDuffie and Watson on this side. Snead one-on-one up top. You got the double coverage on Keenan Allen just like you wanted it. Right here, Willie's got the flat route. Everybody covered really well. Or that's Bolton there. Willie's over here helping out on the motion route. And nothing. Chiefs giving the Chargers absolutely nothing right here. And Herbert really just pretty much forced to take the sack as the pressure gets there. Other view is going to show us a little bit better on what's going on the defensive line. I don't think they brought any pressure. I think it's just straight four-man rush. Four-man rush gets home. That's a Spag special right there. Makes me think of that Giants team, man. Which, shout out to Antonio Pierce. Vital role of that Giants team that helped win the Super Bowl for the New England Patriots, getting his first coaching win with the Raiders over the past weekend. But Furious George just getting in there, beating his man. Just showing you what he's got. And, how much better he's become. George Karlaftis, man. Awesome to see, where he started, what he is come to be for the Kansas City Chiefs so far, and really just kind of getting right by his guy. And everybody here gets, especially on the tackles, they get good pressure. You got Chris Jones doubled up in the middle. I think Derek Nottie, and then you got, Dana and Karlaftis on the outside, and it's Derek Nottie on the inside. Chris Jones getting double teamed. Herbert looking to throw the ball and feels that pressure, gets there. Go back to this other view real quick. Just kind of see where he was looking to throw. A pump fake. Yeah, I don't know if he's really going to throw that there. Maybe another kind of little short pump. Because it looks like he's looking Keenan Allen's direction. Now, maybe he was just going to launch this thing over the top and just expect Keenan to get in between right here and get somewhere out here, catch the ball. Not able to make it happen. Not on Furious George's watch. So we jump into the next play. Kansas City Chiefs on offense now. Motion man Marquez Valdez-Scantling going over to the far side. Pat stepping up, just making a throw right over the defense. And it seems like every week I get to find a play or two right here where you got Travis Kelce and there's no one around him. Just absolutely no one. We'll see where exactly Kelce starts his route. He's going to start down here, come through, just kind of cuts off to the middle of the defense. And Kelce sees it already. You got this deep route up here that safety is going to help with. You've got kind of a pass off going to the safety, probably looking for this flat route with McKinnon. I think these two in the middle kind of just unsure exactly where they're going is what it kind of seems like, as Kelce just gets here and he just kind of creeps back. Mahomes sees it at this point. Both these guys looking for the scramble. And Mahomes just pops the ball right over everyone. Kelce right there in space. And a big gain afterwards, almost to the 50-yard line. Huge play for the Kansas City Chiefs on their opening drive of this game. And you see Pat getting on a hard count, the D tackle here. Mahomes just steps up. Good protection in the pocket. Nice throw. It's execution. It's what this offense has to be. And this offense, I think they're starting to kind of find it a little bit, but we'll see. Back on defense now. Turk Wharton, great play. And really why I wanted to point this one out, we're just going to go ahead and let this roll because you're going to see right here, 98, Turk Wharton's just going to do his thing. Going all the way outside. Willie gets good pressure from the inside. They're going all the way outside. You got your left tackle's got a nice block out here. But Turk kind of just watching the eyes of the running back at this point, kind of trying to see exactly where he's going to go. Now you got your back looking at Brian Cook here that's coming in to fill this gap. Still got Willie here. Now Turk's kind of trying to make a decision exactly where he's going to go with it because you look, if you probably stretch this further out, you've got a better lane, and that's exactly what he's going to try to do, and then cut back. So as he cuts back, Turk Wharton just does an amazing job at just shedding his defender, and 77's immediately going up to the next level, thinking, okay, we got past that. I think maybe 77 maybe thinks he's going all the way out here for that one, so he says, hey, I'm just going to go up to the next level and see what we can get out of this. Because the blocks are set up fairly nice. But, again, Turk Wharton just making a fantastic play right here. Willie as well. Both of them just reading that run perfectly from the get. And playing that pretty good. Just going to go from the top here and just to point out Willie here in the middle. Turk right here. Both of them just play this pretty perfectly as they're coming out. They kind of got Bolton off as he's kind of taking that right side on the motion. But perfect play by Willie and Turk together. Staying on defense here. Herbert, quick pressure. I mean, lightning fast pressure for Willie Gay. And just to see how fast Willie can be at times here. I mean, he's just going to shoot this and he's in his face immediately. Willie's there. Big time sack. You see Willie up top right here on the left side. Untouched. Comes straight through. You got your tight end immediately going on the route. And, could help your quarterback out chip a little bit right there, maybe. Or even your back right there. I guess it doesn't look like he really gets a hand on him there. Maybe a hand. But, nobody really helping out their quarterback there. And everybody is taken on lineman-wise. How this sets up. You get a one-on-one. Let's see exactly who that is. I think that's Omanaya and Chris Jones. Both going one-on-one. Essentially getting a double on Noddy. You got Bolton standing here waiting and watching. So I think everyone's kind of worried about that. Then you got George over here on the other side, as well as that McDuffie coming in on the right side. And Bolton comes on a delayed blitz. So the line is so worried about all of this going on over here. Willie is not even seen. And so at that point, you got a 7-man rush at this point. So, you're bringing essentially running cover 0 here. Kind of go back to the beginning, just kind of see where everybody's at. Yeah, you got 2-on-3 over here. 2 Chiefs with 3 Chargers receivers. And but at that point, it's already too late. 1-on-1 with both these guys up top over here. But again, just too late. Herbert doesn't even have a chance really at that point. And just to see it one more time from this angle, because this is why Spags is Spags. He's just a genius. Just to see essentially the confusion with the line, unsure of who's coming. Not everybody's coming at the very beginning. Not everybody's just immediately blitzing, and Bolton kind of hanging back and then going, and especially with 25 going out here on the flat. I mean, there's no reason. Obviously, I don't know what the exact play call is or what we're doing here, but even if Bolton's guy is 25, I mean, at that point, all right, I mean, he's gone anyway, so he's got an open lane as well at this point. You got a guard on McDuffie. You got your tackle on Karlaftis over here. One-on-one across the board. You just forgot about one guy. Might be the fastest guy, too, out of this bunch. Maybe besides McDuffie on that blitz. Back on offense now for the Chiefs. And Mahomes is just going to go out here and make something happen. Big time touchdown for MVS. We'll go back to the very beginning of this because, I mean, Mahomes just makes it happen on this play. MVS is going to come all the way across the field. You get sky to motion inside. And now just watch this route by MVS, how he works all the way across the field. And, I mean, at this point, you kind of got your corner here because, I mean, he's playing his leverage to the deep route. MVS cuts. And now, all of a sudden, you got a man in no man's land. But now you got another route that's coming up this way with the pressure kind of getting there and Mahomes rolling out right. At that point, kind of shuts everything down. So MVS does do a really good job, and we need to see more of this at the end of the day. You have to see more of this because, I don't know exactly what his route is supposed to be at this point, but it kind of looks like he just kind of goes on his own, sees, hey, this play is shifting right. Mahomes is flushed out right. He's got some running room, but for MVS to go and make this, I mean, this has to be a regular. The way that Kelce plays and Mahomes is able to see it, some of these other receivers have to step up and start playing, not giving up on plays. And this is, exactly that. Because at this point, if maybe you stayed in the pocket or something, I mean, at this point everyone's rolling out, so who knows what's to say with this. Because, I mean, even Sky Moore is wide open in space over here. But MVS just never gives up on it and ends up with a touchdown. Huge touchdown for the Chiefs right there, too. Here just to see this, we'll see a little bit of the pressure and see exactly where everybody is moving around. Because this play design is really to the left side of the field. And Mahomes is looking left the whole way. And at this point, Tooney doing a great job. I mean, he's on an island over here, really. It looks like Taylor kind of getting beat, or Taylor on the right side. Donovan Smith doing his thing over here. Taylor's the one that really gets the pressure on him, though. Gives up the pressure. Mahomes rolls out. Has plenty of space to do something with it. And just to see MVS in space there. Awesome to see. I mean, again, you got to have these receivers not giving up on their routes. Plain and simple. Huge play to Travis Kelce right here. Here's another one that, on this one really just almost like how did you even complete this one? Just a great play for the Chiefs right here. Getting Kelce open enough, essentially. Rolling off play action. Kelce kind of just gets out there. Man, 26 trying to make a play right there. Just out of range. Just out of range. You get your play action. MVS working up the field. I think this is Noah Gray. You got working up the field. And then Kelce just cuts across. Just perfect. Exactly how you draw it up. Next up right here on the goal line. About the 7-yard line, it looks like. Mahomes looking right, looking left. Finds his man, Rashid Rice, back of the end zone. Big time touchdown right there. Rashid Rice in the motion comes across. Gets a big touchdown right here. Just to kind of see this play set up. Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney on one side. Yeah, it looks like Noah Gray that comes and cuts into the inside. And Rashid Rice is able to find again, just nice soft spot in the defense. Everybody worried about these essentially checkdowns. At this point, the ball is already in the air and going. 43 kind of sees it and is just a little bit too late. Just put there, right there in the breadbasket. Perfect. Perfect throw. And that's why Mahomes is an MVP level quarterback. Back on defense for the Chiefs now. Big time pressure here. Herbert able to step up, still getting pressure. That's Omenihu's first sack as a Chief, I think, on this play was. And he's been dynamite from the word go. I mean, Charles has been a monster for the Kansas City Chiefs so far. Big time sack right there. Another big pressure, but the tackle. This tackle by Trent McDuffie, I mean, open space. Could have been a huge, huge play right here. And really just what I wanted to point out on this one, because to come up and make this tackle and the way he made it, oh, man. McDuffie is just playing lights out football for the most part. I mean, he's had his moments, some of his negative moments, but at the same time, like, the way Trent McDuffie is playing and what he did against the Dolphins on Sunday, man. That huge strip of Tyreek Hill. Chiefs back on offense. Rashid Rice is the biggest play of his Chiefs career so far, I'm pretty sure. Just a huge play, working across the field, and Rashid Rice is a real bright spot for this offense right now. And I think obviously we would all like to see more of Rashid Rice, and I think that's kind of what we're getting at this point. You can get motion down here into the backfield. 3 receivers on the left side. Got a tight end to the right side. Going to have a check down. Rashid Rice just immediately, Mahomes not playing around the goal line. You got Sky down here. Kelce covered tight. But at that point, Rashid Rice is able to get behind everybody, and you got a DB here, a safety up top, and at this point, nothing on this side of the field. So he's able to take that and just shoot out all the way almost to the 50-yard line. I mean, he just takes that thing and runs with it. Great play. And great to see the rookie out there, doing his thing. Because the Chiefs, at the end of the day, I mean, the receiving core has always been a problem in Kansas City. I mean, you look at the Chiefs' greatest receivers of all time, and you have tight ends. Back on defense at this point for the Chiefs. Motion for the Chargers. This one just a quick little handoff. And another one. The tackling from the cornerbacks. I mean, just McDuffie a couple plays ago that we just looked at. And now you got Snead on this one. Again, why I picked this play right here. Just a quick sweep, and Snead just, man. You can't get any better than that, really. This is the interception. Big time interception for the Chiefs. Got the pressure. Was able to get the tip. And that's Charles Omenihu, big time tip, way up in the air. Snead comes rushing in, or was that Snead? Yeah, Snead's the one that caught it. I think that's Snead and Edwards that kind of come rushing in for it. Better angle of it here. Yeah, Edwards and Snead kind of combining there. Snead with the interception. Big time for the Chiefs. Chiefs defense has just been on another level. And at this point, like I said in my blog this week, I'm ready to die on that hill. This is the best defense in the league. Big time run for Patrick Mahomes. And I remember when this happened, immediately I just thought, what are the Chargers doing? I mean, what do you expect to get out of this at this point? Because the way Mahomes has run the football this year, okay, you bring the 4-man rush, right? You have your entire defense now. Well, you're about at the 17-yard line. The closest guy is about at the 26. So you're looking 9-10 yards down the field. Pretty much everyone playing the sticks right here. But you got the guy that's just breaking everybody's back right now, running the ball. And I mean, again, just the way that he makes this play happen is huge. And honestly, if I'm Mahomes at this point and I see that, I almost feel like I know I'm running anyways. Just get up there and right here, Sky Moore with the block. I know we've had our issues with this receiving core, that huge drop in Denver, which we're going to get to in the next film review. But Sky Moore does a lot of really good things for this football team. And obviously not the sexy things, because making a block for your quarterback to get a first down as a receiver, not not even, you're not getting anything in the box score. You're not getting anything anywhere. Nobody's pointing this out on the broadcast or anything like that. But right here in the film review, we see that, and I feel like that looms large right there for Sky Moore. Because, I mean, look at how many more yards he's able to get just to be able to take that corner, and Sky Moore immediately getting excited from it. Awesome block, awesome play for the Chiefs, but really kind of a boneheaded decision by the Chargers to have everybody about 10 yards back on that play. Here's a run play, another one, Turk Wharton, just kind of getting to the ball carrier quick. And, Turk Wharton really, I think, on film, he's really kind of jumped off the page to me in these, especially these last couple of film reviews that I've been putting together with the loss in Denver and the win here against the Chargers. Turk Wharton's made some really good plays. And again, right here, just throwing that guard off of him. Kind of a little bit similar to what he did earlier, but just the technique and the timing of this is what really is impeccable. Because he's watching it the whole way. And Turk Wharton is right here. And, I mean, if you just look at his helmet, look at his eyes, I mean, he's watching the whole way, just like he did on the last run play. Just kind of see this in slow motion. Just kind of go. He sees Eckler's taking it to the right. Cook is coming up in that gap right there. And Turk is going all the way to his right, which would be obviously Eckler's left. So we're going opposite directions. Turk is shooting out this way, kind of leaning his way in as Eckler's trying to take this gap. And at this point, it looks like for Eckler, his recognition, okay, I've got a wide open hole. I've got one man to beat right here. And it's not the best tackling guy on the Chiefs. So it looks like you got a wide open space right here. And that's when Turk just throws him over. He said, hold up. Great play. Great play by Turk Wharton. I feel like when I watched that play back on film, I was just like, okay. Had to be pointed out. And it's just the little things that this defense is doing. This is why this is the best defense in the league. Again, like I said, this week, I'm ready to die on that hill. This is the best defense in the league. Right here, another one that just shows it. Another little one that's, obviously it's a pass breakup, but Mike Edwards is also playing an amazingly this year. And we haven't seen a lot of Josh Williams, but with the way that Edwards, McDuffie, and right there just almost an interception. He just the way he kind of does the same thing of just baiting it in. But the way Mike Edwards, Trent McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed have all played, I mean, it's just been phenomenal. But you see right here, Edwards watching Keenan Allen. He's got him 100% of the way. Bolton kind of sitting here in the middle of the field. Got a little bit of pressure with Chris Jones. Kind of go back and just kind of see what Jones is kind of just crashing to his left, getting past. Karlaftis coming down on the tackle. But right here, when he turns that corner, right there, Herbert throwing that ball, and I mean immediately. Herbert, I think, throws this a little late, though, actually. If Herbert throws this, boom, that plant and that ball is being released about this time, which is about what you want to see, this is an easy completion. And at this point, I think Herbert's kind of hurt. I know that left hand was hurt, and so maybe he's just not got all of it with him right now, because boom, right there, he should be letting that ball go. And immediately, if you look right here at Edwards, immediate recognition of it. He says, oh, okay. You see how Edwards moves. He plants on that left foot, comes down to change his momentum. Oh, the ball's coming. Boom. Almost. So close. And he sees it. So this one I did have to point out just because, he had one good week. Welcoming Mecole Hardman back. Real quick, I just need a shout out to, I think it's the guys in the section over, 322. We're in section 321 in our for season tickets. Wasn't at this game, but shout out to the guys that be blowing up the beach balls over there. Mecole Hardman right here just takes a great punt return. And I just had to throw it in the film just to put it in here, honestly. Welcome back, Mecole. Great run, great vision. Obviously, it hasn't been the same since, but an electric play to be returning to the Chiefs locker room and to make a play like this, I think was awesome to see. Got the team going. Boom, big move right there. Finds the opening over there to his right side. Karlaftis turning around, said, all right, let's go hit somebody. Big time to flip that field. Big time. Now the offense back out on the field. Quick screen, pretty much. Let's see, that was, design screen. I mean, you got, who's that, Tooney all the way up the field at this point. Everybody doing their job. Quick screen to Pacheco. Easy money. Gets all the way to the end zone. See it from this angle, kind of see the offensive line do their thing and work. See Trey Smith just go straight after number 9 over there. Trey Smith, man, watching him play football is a thing of beauty. Because he's really the only one that kind of gets out at that point, and I mean, he makes the block that makes the play. Everybody else kind of keeping everybody in the middle, but Trey Smith making this block right here. I mean, again, watching Trey Smith play football is a thing of beauty. And Trey Smith knows what he's doing the whole time. You look at it. Look at his helmet. Look where he's looking at number 9 the whole way. Immediately when this ball gets snapped, he says, "All right, you're mine." And 9 makes the recognition of the screen, I think, because he immediately starts kind of cutting out to the right side, and Trey Smith said, "Hey, you can know what we're doing all you want, but we're just better than you. We're gonna make this play work." Great touchdown for the Chiefs. Justin Herbert here. This one I had to put in here because just a great joint effort and a great play by Drew Tranquill on his former team. Just airtight defense. I mean, you can't really get better than that. Airtight. And granted, he's not looking for the ball, but he also doesn't pull off anything. You know, he's not obstructing the receiver from the target. And what a beautiful ball, too. The way that Herbert put that in, I mean, that is on the money. You cannot throw that pass better. And Tranquill, he sees the ball. Let's get that out of there. Makes a great pass breakup. And Drew Tranquill, man, he's been awesome. Really. And again, another guy that really just leaps out in the film. There's, plenty of guys on this defense that just seem to leap out on the film. And, that's just, again, the devil's in the details, as they say. Interception. This is Brian Cook, I believe. And this is the game sealer right here to win the game for the Chiefs, finish it off. Last play on this film review. But right here, just kind of overthrown on that, and there was definitely pressure. We'll look at that in just a moment, but I mean, everybody covered pretty well. You got a lot of Chiefs right here in the middle of the field, 4 guys. Kind of looking at any of these routes. Cook kind of the backup man, and not the best thrown ball. Again, we'll get to the pressure here in a second, but Cook just makes a nice grab. Realizes, okay, let's just get down. This game's over. It makes a nice little movements. You got Chris Jones coming off the edge on this. And when they put Chris Jones off the edge, sometimes it's just not fair. And Omenihu coming in the middle, as well as Mike Dana and Karlaftis on the other side. Omenihu, too, after spending time as a defensive tackle, to have the personnel that the Chiefs have on defense and on this defensive line, to be able to throw anyone anywhere. Mike Dana, you can put on the outside. You can put him on the inside. Omenihu, inside, outside. Jones, he's learned that role too. And I think it's perfect. Remember a couple of years ago when they tried to essentially just move Jones to the end position, which obviously not a terrible idea, but to permanently move him to the end position was not the move. And I'll just never forget that Ravens game and Lamar Jackson just playing him like a fiddle on the option, and just because, Jones hadn't been used to that. But using him in packages and getting him on the edge is just, it's exactly, the experiment, it worked. So, it's one thing that I feel like our whole fan base with the Kansas City Chiefs we're so quick to say, release that guy, fire this guy, because it was fire Spags all year that year. I think that's the year that was Super Bowl 55, the Super Bowl we lost, that the Chiefs lost. I want to say, or it might have been the next year where they lost in the AFC Championship game. Either way, I remember Fire Spags. What are we doing with Chris Jones? Well, look what it's produced at this point, because that experiment led to how dynamic Chris Jones is in this defense, and really just on the defensive line, how dynamic they are. Think about how bad the pass rush has been. The pass rush has been a problem for years, and last year it was like when we saw the stats at the end of the year, for me anyways, I just thought, how are we, kind of in that upper echelon of pass rush when week to week it just looks so bad? It just seemed terrible. And by the end of the year, the Chiefs had really picked it up. And now we're just kind of seeing them, piggyback off of that. And an addition like Charles Omenihu, like, this is what the culmination of really just years of experiment and tweaking the defense here and there and doing different things, and it's just give it a little bit of time, and maybe that's all we need with the offense right now. I don't know. That's a discussion for a different day at this point. We'll finish this out. Either way, I appreciate you if you watched all the way to the end in this film review. Again, have more film reviews coming. Working on, I pretty much got all the background work on the Broncos one done. Just need to record it, and we'll be working on the Dolphins film as well. Chiefs moving into a bye week at 7-2. After 9 weeks, Kansas City Chiefs own sole possession of first place in the AFC at the moment. So the Chiefs are rolling. The defense is dominating, and like I said, I think this is the best defense in the league. And if this offense can even remotely get it together, based off of what they've done in the past, if they can just become, a shrivel of that at this point and go out there and score 20 to 25 points a game, somewhere in there, this team is going to win a lot more than they lose. So the Eagles are next on the schedule. It'll be interesting. I do plan on putting out a podcast in between their actual podcast for the Chiefs. But seems like these film reviews have done pretty well, and I appreciate you if you are enjoying the content. Again, subscribe on YouTube over papashowknows.substack.com. That's papashowknows.substack.com. Let's say that again. So since I fumbled that in the beginning, but go over there, check it out. Got my articles, blogs that I put up week to week. Again, usually at least a pre and post game of the Chiefs. Kind of go wherever I kind of feel like going with that one. I just kind of enjoyed writing about whatever, or tried to incorporate more MMA into everything. Papa Shro Knows over on Instagram, Papa Shro on TikTok, if you want to check that out. So just been enjoying putting this content together, and it seems like I do this at the end of every video, and I just continue to ramble on and tell you to subscribe and tell you what I've been doing. But that is that. Appreciate it again. More film reviews coming throughout the season. Thank you. Have a good one. Go Chiefs.